Did you know that 1 out of every 4 American adults has some form of a disability? That's over 61 million people in the United States alone. And disabilities have all sorts of variations. Sometimes they're auditory, they could be visual, they might deal with mobility, or many other things. Now, why am I talking about disabilities and why is that important for your law firm? I'm Sean Lehman, Chief Strategist at LaGrande Marketing, and in this video, I want to give you 3 important tips about why ADA accessibility is very important for your law firm's website. The first reason to make sure your website is accessible to all is because it's the right thing to do. Remember, 1 out of every 4 American adults has some form of a disability, and you don't want to unintentionally exclude those people. And moreover, by making your website accessible, it shows that you're trying to create an inclusive environment for your firm. The second reason to make your website more accessible is to minimize the risk of lawsuits. We've all heard of the Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA, but did you know that it applies to your law firm's website as well? There's a cottage industry of lawyers, yeah, you, who sues other law firms and businesses because their websites are not accessible to all. To avoid being in a lawsuit, you should make your website as accessible as it can be. The third reason to make your website more accessible is it actually increases the usability of your website. What if a potential visitor could easily increase the font size to make the text more readable? Or what if they could change the colors to a high contrast so they could easily see the distinctions on the website? Or what if they could make the text read aloud so they could hear it instead of having to see it? There's a myriad of things that you can do to make your website more accessible, and there's some easy ways to implement those. You may be thinking, how do I make my website more accessible? My firm has an easy and low-cost solution to make your website accessible to all and ADA compliant. To get started, all you have to do is contact us at lagrandemarketing.com.